Hello everyone and welcome to the Cancer Goddess. My name is Vera and I'm a 4-time cancer survivor. I have 3 more interviews left that I'd like to publish from the Berkshire Yoga Festival. And this one, episode 33, is with DJ Taz Rashid. And he is a very talented musician, but also a spiritual facilitator, in that he uses his music in conjunction with his guided meditations to help people reach a deeper level of consciousness. And he's going to be talking about his process. So get ready, get inspired. DJ Taz Rashid.
Really releasing the ego, getting out of our own thoughts. Allow your love to begin manifesting in your consciousness. What does self-love mean to you? Non-judgmental, no unconditional love. What is that for you and your process? So through this power of vision, we open ourselves up to this always present love intelligence, also known as the divine within. We all have it. We become available to hold space for whatever it is that wants to express through us.
Hello, welcome to the Cancer Goddess. I'm here with DJ Taz Rashid.
You said it right. You got it.
Thank God. Thank God. I did not want to mess that up.
Trust me, I've heard everything.
I am just totally, unbelievably blown away by your talent.
Oh, thank you.
First of all, please tell us how you became to be who you are today.
Well, it was a Wednesday. No.
I came out of my mom's.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was actually a Thursday. For me, I've always had this deep passion for music my whole life. And I've always been also seeking truth and wisdom and self-awareness. Even before I knew that I was seeking self-awareness, I was always the curious one for my path. And luckily, I found guided meditation in the around the 2006-07 time of my life. Even when I was like living in Chicago and partying it up, like the meditations came to me, and it became a part of my life that helped me change my reality, and started going into the direction of personal passion projects, lifestyle decisions, which led me to a whole new life. And that led me deeper into music production and DJing and the wellness world. Called me and invited me in. I wasn't seeking it per se for what I was doing. So it was an invitation from from my, from the community, and my path went in there, and I was invited to the party. I didn't just walk into it. Can you do that again? Nope.
No. So I need to know.
Yeah.
How you got into guided meditation, and you were a young person, and how did you do that?
So guided meditation, the way I discovered it was it was one of my clients. It was a bookstore, and they had guided meditation CDs, and it was new to me, but it used binaural beats, so I had to listen with headphones. I thought it was kind of cool that I could change the way I was as a person. So the idea was that I would reprogram my subconscious to be a certain way. That just intrigued me. I'm like, what is this
How old
about?
were you when that happened?
I think like 26 or 25.
That's a perfect time.
Yeah, perfect time. Mid-20s, still like rage partying, but like the curiosity.
I could tell you were rage partying, but that you were like the life of the party. I was also the life of the party.
Yeah, there you go.
Boom, life of the party.
It takes one to know one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
you're an extrovert, right?
Interestingly, you're a
manifest generator.
I'm a projector.
Oh,
yeah. So like this is what I give off. I can pull it off. People think these things, but I'm actually a big time introvert. Okay. Going back to the cave and just being totally happy.
Okay, you're extrovert, introvert.
Yeah. So like I can pull that party extrovert energy off, but then really now in being in my 40s and a father and husband. I just enjoy like being in my cave, creating, and then when the invitation comes, you know, you've been summoned to show up at this festival.
What dosha are you?
That I don't know. I don't know my Ayurvedic stuff too well.
Yeah.
I'm always curious.
Yeah.
But
I'm pure Vata today.
What's that?
I'm on the sixth day of a water fast, and I'm dry as heck, and my lips are
chapped.
I'm just Vata brain. Okay. Anyway, back to you.
Yeah.
So, okay, and then how did that turn into? Okay, you said you got into the making your own music. How did you come into making your own music?
I've been a musician since I've been playing music since 5th grade. So piano, classically trained, music theory. So all this has been part of my makeup for many decades.
You grew up in Tampa?
No, I grew up in Ohio, Chicago, originally from Bangladesh. I've also lived in like Luxembourg and Iran and Saudi Arabia.
Why did you travel so much?
CIA? No.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just joking. No, my parents were doctors and
what kind of doctors?
Internal medicine. Okay. But we were always like just coming towards America slower and slower. Like we went from Bangladesh to Iran, back to Bangladesh, then to Saudi Arabia, and then we got visas and came to the US. It was always a goal to come here, land of the free. Home of the brave kind of mentality.
Word.
We're happy we did because I've lived in like 6-7 countries and I personally love America. Like just like we don't
America,
know.
Baby.
There you go, or the French flag, right?
Yeah, no, either one. Pick your choice.
Pick your choice. But there's so much freedom that we have in this country that we get to practice that some people take for granted, and like I'm just like, you don't know what this world is like and what people are going through. Yeah. This is Anyway, so I'm happy here right now, raising my family, and so music has always been there. And when I went on that path, as I was sharing earlier, I started with DJing at these wellness events, and that was also through invitation of like, hey, can you play at this yoga class? Can you play at this?
Were you doing guided or just DJ?
Oh no, I wasn't guiding at all. I was just playing. I'm a musician.
Yeah.
What you experienced today is something I really just crafted. And put together, and I model different teachers that have experiences like Michael Bernard Beckwith, Lynn Twist, Alberto Villoldo. That's 4 Directions. So it's like.
But how did you get from being the DJ, like the Life of the Party DJ guy, to like?
I don't know what.
How did you transition?
To
being a spiritual guru.
I don't know about guru.
I know you said this before, but I said to you that you inspire me.
Yeah. Well, I was never.
You are a spiritual guru. I'm sorry. I hang out with a lot of enlightened people, but you were really enlightened.
Oh, thank you.
You were like super duper enlightened. I recorded you so I could like manifest what you're doing for my people.
That's amazing.
Because my cancer goddesses, my retreats, because I do guided meditation too.
Yeah.
And I'm someone who also inspires people through my guided meditations and sound healings. But you really you just get it. You're guided, because I listen to a lot of guided meditations and I've never found you before. I think
showing up in an authentic expression for me is very important, but also emanating a pure authentic sense of joy is something that I can authentically express through me, because I'm very self-aware of my ego and what I'm experiencing.
But how'd you get there? It takes time. That's enlightenment, man. You already got it. You're still young.
You're talking about enlightenment, man.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it's a lot of clearing of trauma.
How'd you do that?
Lots of processes with these are deep questions. It was a lot of evaluating relationships and there's couple ways.
Your own?
No, I did these with my wife. We were trainers of spirituality.
You were trainers of spirituality?
Yeah, we did these like weekend workshops where we would guide people through trauma around their parents, around past lovers, around relationship with God, because we all have a relationship with God, whether we want to believe it or not. Yeah. It's even if you are atheist or agnostic, there's a relationship of nothingness. That's a relation. Yeah. So life is relationship at the end of the day. Yeah. Everything we do, whether it's with an institution or with people or with ourselves, a brand, company, everything is actually a relationship that's going like this. Yeah. So the more healing that takes place just even right here. So you don't even have to talk to that person or brand, but if you clear out the energy that's like it's stuck, then new things can come through. This is the power of magnetism and the law of attraction. So it's like what is the relationship that's living within you? It's like if you think about a certain person and you're like, oh, you're holding that anger or that rage, you are the one living in that poison.
Yes.
So anyway, so a lot of this clearing has happened, and I'm still on this journey,
I was just going to say that people get to that enlightenment in totally different ways.
Yes.
And I'm grateful that you got there.
Yeah.
I got there through 12-step program and
Yes.
recovery. I joined a 12-step program when I was 24.
Wow.
And I let go of all addictions.
Yeah.
Caffeine, alcohol, sugar, flour.
Yeah.
And I'm 45. So it's been now 21 years living in
amazing.
this and meditating every day.
That's good.
And we all get there. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say that we all get to that place.
Different
and you're
places.
Blessed that you got there so young.
I'm grateful.
When did you start this company with your wife?
Well, we just we ran them in Chicago, like weekend workshops, all in like the 2009-8 kind of time, and we were deep in the work. We were seeking
led you to that work?
We went to a workshop that it was a weekend workshop, and it was about oneness, blessings, and enlightenment, and then awakening, and we were just studying this work, like what is this process of self-awareness.
With her.
Oh yeah. She's we're both evolved in our own way, but she started this journey before me. That was our connection, and even if today, like we have that in it's like our backbone. She introduced me to so many new things, like Paramahansa Yogananda back then, Course in Miracles, and Eckhart Tolle, like, and then I was like all this stuff, even Abraham Hicks and this and that, like, so like we're seekers of life, and we love religion as well, whether it's Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Judaism, whatever it is, it's like there's a spirituality behind all of that, and there's a dogmatic world as well. So we're interested in the spiritual aspect of all those, because they're all leading to the one, and so student of life, and music happens to be the part of that. And so I share what you experience. I share that because I want people to feel that empowerment. And you heard people's experiences. Like, that's my goal of that workshop. Yes, I'm playing my music and I branded it in my kind of way, but that's
so someone who's just listening who doesn't know anything about you, kind of like me coming into this. I'm on staff, so I'm doing all the media. But I came in, I'm just green, know, and I know if I just placed myself here, I would be exposed to a lot of great teachers. And God just keeps bringing them to me. And so does the Berkshire Yoga Festival. But I want to just say, because if someone's just listening and they have no idea what you do, how can you convey it if someone's listening audibly, what you do?
So what I do is I'm interested in awakening and empowering people with music. That's my mission in life. And it happens to be that I'm doing that through the channels of yoga, breathwork, meditation, movement, and the wellness community, which is thriving through the world and growing because people are looking to better themselves, self-empowerment, self-improvement, the conscious evolution of humanity. I happen to be there kind of like as the musician, as a musician, DJ, producer, music producer, to help foster that movement. If that makes sense.
And so the workshop today was a guided meditation.
It was a guided empowerment,
with your own music.
Yes.
And we put on, tell them about the headphones.
So I play my music, but we use these silent disco sound off headphones, so I can play binaural beats, which is...
two are missing, so we're manifesting them coming back.
Sure.
I don't want to bring that in though.
And the headphones really help because it helps with the journey. People hear my voice and the music perfectly mixed, so it's very intimate. It's really great for journeying. It's not like big loudspeakers. It's more like really soft, and it becomes like a poetic, cinematic experience. And that's why I love them, and people love them, and it's part of my offering.
And I just want to let you you guys know who are listening at home, he has a lot of Spotify, right?
Yes,
You're on Spotify.
I'm on Spotify.
What's your Spotify?
It's under DJ Taz Rashid. Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, wherever they can follow me. I'm releasing a song every week for the past 4 or 5 years.
Like a song that means the meditation as well?
No, just the music.
Oh, just music, but for
different
meditation
music.
stuff.
It could be meditation, for yoga, for breath work.
When do you do the guided meditations?
I don't really release those except for on my app.
What about on this?
It's all music. Yeah. There's no, you have to get on my app for that. Yeah, but there's a 2-month free trial.
Oh, and how much is it?
The app is free for 2 months.
But after that?
I think it's like $17 a month or $15 a month.
Okay, brother.
Yeah, check it out.
I'll invest in you, I guess.
Share about that on your podcast.
I'm manifesting well.
Yeah.
Well.
You could do, I'm sure there's a discount code somewhere.
All right. You hook me up, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just got his wristband, which is the music.
Yes.
And then I also got your shirt.
Yeah, I got some. I have different kinds.
The shirt says. So why don't you tell them what the shirt says?
This one says really good at Shavasana. In a yoga class, that's where we're all going towards, right?
Yeah. So what is Shavasana?
Shavasana, corpse pose. It is a sense of renewal, death, and then the idea is when you come back, when you wake up, it's a new sense of energy, rejuvenation, rebirth. For me, it feels like a reset, depending on how deep the class or my experience was, and that rebirth energy, we can all experience that on a daily basis,
So how did you get your groove with these guided meditations? Because it really is an art, and I know from my years of doing it, at first it starts out and you're kind of like a baby walking and falling, and then it kind of becomes a little bit easier and easier and easier and easier. And so tell me about your evolution to being who you are now as a mindfulness educator and also a guided meditation teacher.
Yeah, I'm still, I still love experiencing meditations myself by different, teachers and whatnot. But for me I think it's nice for people to be able to focus with a teacher, when they're being guided. Silent meditations are great as well and very powerful, but with guided meditations, you can have a certain kind of focus or an intention or some sort of outcome potentially with how the meditation is curated and crafted. So if it's a specific thing you're trying to overcome.
But tell me about your process, how it evolved.
What I'm teaching or what I'm experiencing?
How you became such a prolific individual.
I think just really, thank you.
No, but to people, to reaching the masses.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a prolific person and not reach masses.
Okay, so
but you have a gift in that you teach others how to reach that potential. That's a gift. Okay. So how did you acquire that gift?
I think just being an example, really, to be honest, being an example, and also I don't seek opportunities or try to. I just show up in the moment and also showcase what I'm doing, whether it's on my newsletter and I get invited to teach, or if it's social media.
But you have to start somewhere. It's a seed, right? So where is the seed that you were like, I'm going to lead these meditations? Like you went from DJ to
I just made
spiritual guru. Okay, no, I mean not overnight, but that's what I'm saying. Like now, who you are, you're getting flown.
I think
you go to flown, you go there. You're famous in this world. But how did you first start that transition to being a famous? Seriously though, it's okay.
Yeah. For me, it was I was DJing and then I realized I had a message that I wanted to convey, and then instead of just working with teachers, which I still do, I have to share it myself. And I was ripe for the picking of that, whatever that. It's I was ready for that, So a lot of times in the manifestation process, people say they want to do something, but energetically they're like, it's not possible, or I can't do. Right. For me, it was it's time, and that's how manifestation has become very attractive for me. Where it's if I think it and I feel it, it's the emotions, it just happens. And it's become really
powerful. I live.
There's science behind it.
I know that, and I was always turned on by that. The Secret, right?
Oh yeah.
And then I was really young when I saw it, right?
Yeah.
But it's crazy when you're in that state and things just happen and keep happening.
Yeah,
and
synchronicities are.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
I guess it's quantum healing, no?
Yeah, it's quantum healing. We're all connected if you believe in that. I believe in it, and so the power of our.
Have surrender.
Oh yeah,
to achieve that.
Because I'm not doing anything. I'm like just allowing it. Yeah. But the mind, the thoughts, and the emotions, that's the language of the spirit. So when you learn the language of spirit, that's through the feeling. It's not just the thinking. And then you learn how to, like, you just get out of the way, and like you know, like just the way this interview is happening so out of nowhere, and here we are. Yeah. And my team's waiting patiently somewhere.
I know. We'll wrap it up. But I feel like I can talk to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's wrap it up by saying, like, what is your overall intention and purpose in leading people through these experiences?
My overall mission and purpose is the process of healing for humanity. And I happen to do it through the language of music and wellness guidance. That's my main purpose. And in that process, the more I do that, the more it will spread, meaning like that healing will spread not only to that individual I'm able to impact, but their communities when they go back to their homes and communities.
Right.
And so the intention is more world peace, or even just peace for that individual. Because it's not just happiness that I seek for myself, it is deep peace that we all seek. Because with happiness, a lot of like Buddhist monks will tell you, like with happiness, there's also like sadness, but just deep peace, that's like, that it's like that calm water.
Yeah.
And knowing how to get to that place. So with happiness, you can get to that place. So I want everyone to experience that as I'm experiencing for myself and working on myself in that same time.
And the last thing I want to ask you is, I want you to close your eyes.
Yeah. And listen to the vacuum cleaner.
And listen to the vacuum cleaner.
It's white noise.
Okay, and then I want you to tell. I want you to tell me what your vision is for your next journey ahead, the next 5-10 years. What do you see for yourself?
Yeah, it's very clear. The next 5-10 years, I clearly see me offering these workshops, traveling, festival opportunities, retreats, concerts, tours with my family unit, which is my wife, my daughter, my son. So we become, it's not just DJ Taz anymore, it's the family band. Creating like Warriors of Wellness kind of idea or something, where we're like out there doing the craft together, because then it's more fun. Right. The road isn't lonely, but we're together, and keeping the family together is the goal.
Yes.
And they will have so much fun. So that's my immediate kind of goal. And other goals could be like my app, music, opportunities, but those are all things of the world in that sense. But the family thing, to me, that's more solid, where when that is solid, the family unit, all the other things just kind of fall in place.
I feel you. How old are your kids?
I have a 6.5-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Oh,
yeah. So we're just getting started.
I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old.
Amazing.
And a husband.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, grateful for you. Grateful for all the healing that you're doing for the world.
Thank you.
And I'm so blessed to be just a new fan. So thank you so much. And where can they find you?
All my music's under DJ Taz Rashid. On social media, on Spotify, Apple Music, and stay in touch.
Thank you for listening or watching The Cancer Goddess and my interview with DJ Taz Rashid. If you want to follow him, he's on all the music channels like Spotify and Apple, but he also has an app where you can purchase his guided meditations with his beats. I know there's a 2-month free trial, so it's well worth your investment because these meditations can really change your life. I'm a big fan. All right, have a beautiful day, and don't forget to subscribe.